Coming off a school record 19 wins a year ago, Liberty women's tennis is poised for an outstanding 2015-16 season. Here to tell us more about it, head coach Jeff Maren. And as good as this team played a year ago, how slow did the summer go, Coach, wanting to get back into it here this fall?
I was chomping at the bit.
Yeah.
You know, it was day by day, hoping I would get here, August would get here a little bit sooner. So, yeah, I couldn't wait for, the year that we had last year, the year that I knew we were going to have this year. Yeah, just waiting for it to happen.
Now, you've already been working out about 3 weeks since the first day of classes. How have those gone?
Gone well. I think we always, as every team probably would say, you have to get a little bit of the rust out, but that has happened. The girls are practicing really hard in the gym. They're working out really hard. So, I think we're ready for our first week this weekend.
You look at this weekend, you're heading down to Elon. Second straight year you've taken your girls down there for a fall tournament. Give me an idea what the surface is like there at Elon and what you're up against.
Well, the good thing is the surface is very similar to what we play here, so that's a nice added bonus. As far as the competition, it's gonna be good competition. We have teams from all over this side of the country. Wake Forest will be there, which is good. Furman, a bunch of different teams that we saw last year, plus some new teams from down in Georgia and so on. So we're gonna have some good competition. It's a good way to start the season.
When you look at the first weekend of tournaments in the fall, can you predict how things might shake out in the spring, or is it way too early for that?
I think it's too early, but I will say this. Last year at Elon, we were hoping maybe we'd win 1 flight out of the 10 flights. We won 7 out of the 10 flights, and that was kind of a precursor to the type of season that we had. Didn't really realize that was the case, and so I don't really count on that. But at the same time, yeah, I'll kind of just watch and see how the girls progress throughout the tournament, and that'll give me a little bit of an inkling as to what might happen.
Very challenging schedule here in the fall. You're going to Texas, you're going to California, you're pretty much all over the United States. What does it take to build a fall schedule? Because when we think of tennis, we think, okay, the main competition in the spring, but the fall is a great development time for your team.
It definitely is. So we're looking for the opportunity for each individual to play the best possible competition to get them ready for the spring, because it's an individual format in the fall. So we look for tournaments that have a good grouping of top-level players so that they can be challenged. Doesn't mean we have to win every match that we play. It just means that they have to be challenged every time we go to a tournament, and these tournaments are going to provide that.
Obviously, you stockpile a program with recruiting. You've got some great recruits coming in to go with a complement of 7 returning players. So how do you like the makeup of this team here early?
I think it's a good makeup. I think the girls are gelling. I think it's neat to see them grasping onto the team concept of, we're going to do this together as a unit as opposed to a bunch of individuals. We have a lot of talent on the team, and so a big part of what we try to do is to make them realize that this is a team. It's not an all-star group that just plays for themselves, and they're buying into that. So I think good things are in store for us.
Take me back to the first team meeting you had. What was the message when you got all the girls together 2-3 weeks ago?
Well, I think it was more about, it sounds, coaches say this all the time, it's about the process, it's about the journey, so we talk about that as well. A lot of it is really laying out the plan, talking about what we're going to do for the entire year, for the spring, for the fall, then each month, then each day. And so that they understand that there is a plan in place for them to get from A to Z. And I want them to feel confident that they know that every time they come out here, they're working towards something. They have a process that we're going to be going through.
All right, Jeff, we appreciate the time. Exciting times ahead for women's tennis. Have a great time this weekend.
Thank you very much.
It's head women's tennis coach Jeff Maren. Don't forget, Lady Flames at Elon this weekend. For all the results from the tournament down there, be sure to stay logged on here to libertyflames.com.